All right, so we are still continuing with 1.1a, so you should still be writing in that same section. We are going to move on to the adding of polynomials, which is good news because you guys already know how to add polynomials. We add polynomials by just combining like terms. It's important to remember, however, that in order to be a like term, so like terms, they have to have the same variable and exponent. So for example, 2x squared and 3x are not like terms because even though they both have x, their exponent is different. So let's start by adding the polynomial 7x cubed minus 8x plus 10 with the polynomial negative 4x cubed minus 2x squared minus 3. So the parentheses being here doesn't really mean anything. It's just to kind of tell us this is the first polynomial, this is the second. So we can essentially just ignore them. And then what we're going to do is we're going to identify the like terms. So I like to use lines to help me do that. So anything with an x cubed, I'm going to put a single line underneath. So 7x cubed and negative 4x cubed, I'm going to combine those to make 3x cubed by adding the coefficients together. 7 and negative 4 make 3. Then because I want my answer in standard form, from highest degree to least degree, I'm going to look for any x squareds next. This negative sign is attached to the 2. So think of it as minus 2x squared. And that's the only x squared term, so I'm going to write minus 2x squared in my answer. Next, I'm going to look for any terms with just an x, and I only have one of those, so I'm going to underline it with 3 lines. That's going to be negative 8x, because it has nothing to combine with. Last, I'm going to add my constants, the terms without a variable. Again, being very careful. This is positive 10 because the plus sign. This is negative 3 because the minus sign. So 10 and negative 3 make 7. So this is our final answer in standard form. If I were to classify this, its degree is 3 because that's the highest exponent, so that makes it cubic. And then it has 4 terms, so that makes it a 4-term polynomial. So it's a cubic 4-term polynomial. Let's do one more addition example. So let's do 8x to the 5th minus 3xy plus y squared. We're going to add that to 7x to the 4th minus 10xy plus y squared. So 8x to the 5th is the only x to the 5th term, so that's going to go first. Then the next one will be the 7x to the 4th. And then I have y squared and y squared. Those are like terms because they're the same variable and exponent. And I really want to picture that they both have a coefficient of 1. So that's going to be 2y squared. And then lastly, I can combine negative 3xy and negative 10xy. They are like terms because they have the same variable combination. So that'll be negative 13xy. Just a quick side note, if it had been negative 3xy and negative 10yx, these are actually like terms, even though the order is switched because technically this is multiplication and order doesn't matter with multiplication. So as long as they have the same 2 variables, the order doesn't matter. All right, let's finish with subtracting polynomials. And with subtraction, we're actually going to always change it to addition. So we're going to change to addition by using keep, change, flip, which you may have heard before. So I'm going to keep the first polynomial the same, change the addition sign to a subtraction sign, and I'm going to flip the signs of the second polynomial. So I'm going to keep the first polynomial, I'm going to change to addition, and I'm going to flip the signs of the second polynomial. So let's see how that looks. So let's say I have 7x squared minus 8x plus 3 being subtracted by 2x squared minus 4x minus 7. So I sometimes like to rewrite it. So I'm going to keep the first polynomial the same. I'm going to change the middle to addition, and then I'm going to make every single term opposite. So that's positive 2x squared, so it's going to be negative 2x squared. This is minus 4x, so it's going to become plus. This is minus 7, so it's also going to become plus. So we're going to have minus 2x squared plus 4x plus 7. From there, we can just combine like terms. So 7x squared and negative 2x squared make 5x squared. Negative 8x and 4x make negative 4x. Positive 3 and positive 7 make 10. So that's my final answer, which would be a quadratic trinomial. Let's do one more example. So let's do 9x to the third minus 6x squared minus 7x minus x squared plus 3x plus 10. So I'm going to rewrite it. I think that's always a good idea. I'm going to keep the first polynomial the same, and then I'm going to change it to addition and flip the signs of all of these terms. So it's going to be minus x squared minus 3x minus 10, and then I'm just going to combine my like terms. So 9x cubed is the only x cubed term. Negative 6x squared and negative 1x squared make negative 7x squared. Negative 7x, negative 3x make negative 10x, and negative 10 on its own makes negative 10. And so that's my final answer.